Hey fam, it's Shakai11 and today I'm back with a really quick get ready with me video. Labor Day weekend edition. I'm going to a cookout and it's actually 9 o'clock, so this is more like a cookout type party. So if you're interested in seeing my look, stay tuned. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, because it is extremely humid, is I'm going to prime my face with some Phillips Milk of Magnesia. And while that's drying, then I'll get started on my eyes. What I'm going to do is just take a blending brush and I'm just going to dab that on my forehead, on every area that I think is going to sweat the most. I'm going to pour a little bit out into my hands to make it a little bit easier to apply. Start with my fingers. Now it's about 9 o'clock and it's still 80 degrees today in New York, so I just want to make sure that my face doesn't melt off while I'm outside at the cookout and that I'm not sweating profusely because of the humidity. Alright, so I'm just going to let that dry and I'm going to get started on my eye look. Okay, so I've already done my right eye, and this is the look we're going for. Just a smoky purple, smoked out into a nude color with a highlighted brow bone. Kind of going light. I'm wearing dark, and I'm wearing brights on my cheek and brights on my lip, so I'm not going to darken and intensify the smokiness. So if I'm looking down here, it's because I am looking into a mirror, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to take, this is my Coastal Scents Camouflage palette. I'm using this color right here. And I'm just using that to clean up my brow bone. I'll just move the mirror over ever so slightly. And my eyebrows need to be done, so this is going to clean up all that, the stray hairs that I have under the bottom, and I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. Now if you are to make any mistakes and you mess up your brows, that is absolutely fine. I just take the e.l.f. eyebrow palette, eyebrow kit medium, and I just go right back over with the powder because I use a pencil for my brows. And that also sets it. Alright, so that's been done. Now I'm going to take my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm just going to prime my eyelid. I'll rub that in all over the eye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Pencil in purple, and I'm just going to go onto the eyelid but not over the crease. I'm just going to draw a slight point and then we're going inward. Putting that all over the eyelid. And we're just going to blend that out a little. When you blend them, the crease, it doesn't crease as much. So just be sure to blend out your eye pencils. The next thing I'm going to do is take my Urban Decay Fun palette, and I'm going to be using this pretty purple right here in Ransom, and I'm going to put that directly on top of the eye pencil, the NYX eye pencil. And you're basically just setting it, and using a pencil is also intensifying the color. The next thing I'm going to do is use my Coastal Scents Neutral Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm going to be using this flesh tone color, this flesh tone color right here. It has no shimmer in it. And I'm just going to be applying that all the way to the top. And I'm actually using the e.l.f. Angle Contour Brush for that. And I'm just putting it everywhere up top. After that, I'm going to be taking this darker flesh tone color. Or you can use a brown, it's completely up to you. And I'm just going to go inward. And I'm using that kind of as a transition color. Okay, after that I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Fun palette, and I'm going to be using a slightly darker purple right here, and this is called Freak Show. But you can just range you don't have to have these palettes, just range and use a lighter purple on the crease and then a darker purple to go inward. So I'm just going to hit my outer V, and then I'm going to go inward. And that's slightly darker than the purple I just used. Now I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Contour Brush, and I'm going back in to my neutral eyeshadow palette, and I'm using that darker flesh tone color that I've hit pan on, and I'm just going to blend out these lines. You do not, just move in a small circle motion. You do not want the lines in your shadow. Just moving into a circle. I'm going inward and outward. And I'm just going to clean up here. And I didn't pick up any color. I'm just using the last little bit of flesh tone color that was left on this brush. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is pick up my Urban Decay. I believe this is the Mariposa palette. I'm not sure, but I'm using Scrimp. And it's kind of like a nudie shimmery color. Excuse my phone. They're obviously trying to see what my ETA is. And I'm just going to hit the brow bone. I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to blend it out. Now you can use a brush, but these are God's tools. And I'm going to go back with that brush, and of course, blend, blend, blend is your friend, friend, friend. Off. Now I'm going to take that same pencil. You can also use the milk pencil if you have a white pencil. I'm going to take the same purple pencil, and I am going to use it as an eyeliner. Line the bottom of my eye. And I'm going to take Ransom and go back over and set that pencil. Always, if you can, set your pencil. I hope I am in the frame. Okay. Next thing I want to do is take the Urban Decay, the BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to take this color right here. It kind of looks like rice paper from MAC, and I'm just going to pick up some of that, and I'm just going to go into my inner tear duct area. And brighten that up a little bit. A little more. And now I'm just going to line my eye, and I've been loving this Black Radiance Fine Line liquid eyeliner, and it's only like $2.99. I'm going to try and stay in the frame as much as I can. I am not the greatest with liquid eyeliner, so. And I'm going to get as close as I possibly can to my eyelashes. Next thing I'm going to do is use my Tarte Gifted mascara. It comes with a primer. I'm not digging for the primer right now. I'm just going to work with what I have out and available. And the primer is white. You put it on your eye, and then you put your mascara over it, and it makes your eyelashes thicker. Okay, now let's get started on the face. I'm going to be using Sephora, trying to finish this up before I try something else, and that's Sephora in Matte Tan number 40. Just going to put it on my hand. I'm going to take the e.l.f. spray, and I'm going to spray my blender brush. And I'm going to start to apply my foundation. Be sure when you use Philips as a primer that you have no white spots, because you will look ashy and kind of crazy. So I'm just going over it under my eye, my chin. And I'm just going to take a little more foundation. just gonna go over. Now I have a nasty little friend right here. I'm gonna conceal her because she has no business on my face. Okay. I'm going to take my headband and try and pull it slightly back because, as you can see, I missed the whole area. And I'm just using that to lay down my edges. I have a fresh Texlac, so I really don't need to, but I just used it while I got in the shower. Just going a little bit down the neck. Some people powder their neck and some people just go down with a little bit of foundation. I'm using a powder. I can't stand that line of demarcation when people just put the foundation on their face and not on their neck. Now I'm going to take my concealer palette and I'm going to be using this color that is almost gone. I hit complete pan and it's time for me to order another one. And I'm going to be going in and trying to conceal some of these bags. And just be very careful because I often make the mistake of messing up my eyeshadow. You can always go back, my eyeliner, you can always go back and clean it up, but when you're already pressed for time, who wants to be bothered with that? Alright, so I'm just bringing it down. Sorry, it's on autofocus and I usually hear a little noise and I don't hear anything, so I'm just making sure it's still recording. And just remember, blend, blend, blend that concealer down. Don't want any lines, especially if you're going to be taking pictures. I'm just going to take this little brush and I'm going to hit my eyeliner with Ransom again just to make sure it's set, because to me it looks a little glossy. So I'm just going to take this flat brush right here, pick up some Ransom and go back over it. And that's what you would do if you make any mistakes as well. Just go right in. Okay, now I'm going to be contouring. I'm going to be using the Sephora Contour and Highlight palette, and this is in medium. I'm taking this all over eye brush that came with my Kirkland signature, and I'm just going to pick some of that up. Southern New Cheeks. So now I have a nice shimmer here. Now, I'm not going to use this color today. I'm going to be using Jordana blush in a touch of pink, and that's number 18. And going to be using my angled cheek brush from Kirkland Signature. I'm just wiping it off on my makeup towel. I'm picking up some of that color and I'm just going to sweep it back into my cheeks for a more subtle blush look. Now, some people don't do this, but I do. I like to buff mine out a little bit. If it looks a little bright and I'm basically blending the highlight in with the blush, and it blends out more nicely. And of course, I forgot to conceal my friend right here, so she may become a mole. Alright. Now I'm going to slightly contour my nose. Not doing too much contouring today. I'm just going to use that same angle brush and I'm just going to go down the side. And like I said, this is a more subtle contour. And now it's time to set my face. Let me moisturize my lips, and I'm moisturizing with my sugar and rose. And I'm going to be setting my under eye with the banana powder and the rest of my face with the camel powder. Just going to take my foundation brush from the Kirkland Signature, get a little powder on her. Just pick that up, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to set under my eyes. And I just realized I did everything backwards. I put on my blush before I set my face. So guys, next time be sure to set your face before you put your blush on. Yeah. Although the blush will stay on because of the foundation, it should adhere a little bit, but yeah. It's going down my nose a little bit with the banana powder. My chin and my upper lip. Now I'm going in with the Benai Luxury Powder, the Mojave collection, and it's in camel. That's my skin tone. Tap some in, and I'm going to use my Eco Tools. This is one of my faves because it's so dense. I'm just going to go over my face, avoiding the foundation, or you can go over it. It'll just dull your blush. I'm sorry, going over your blush. You can go over it or not. It'll just dull the look a little bit. So if you want to go back in, which is what I think I'm going to do, slightly. Go back in with a little bit more of that touch of pink. I'm going to use the e.l.f. setting spray and spray my face to set it. And I'm going to be using It's a Girl, probably, by Wet n Wild. Let's see if I can find my lip liner, which I should have already had out. And I'm kind of going a little light-handed on this. Because it can be a little bright. And I'm just going to take VI Pink from the Fergie collection and Wet n Wild as well. And I'm going to go over it. But any pink of your choice really looks pretty with purple. So here's my face. And I wanted that extra pop because I'm wearing black. Let's get started on the hair. Now this is a lace wig that I've sewn down. Behind the hairline. If you're interested, let me know. I will put up a video on how I sewed her down. She's already been concealed and powdered. And this is a lace wig that I also relaxed. So if you're interested in seeing how I calmed her down, because she was very big and she would poof up all the time. So I gave her a relaxer. So if you're interested in that, just go to my channel. And if I remember, I'll put the link below. And I don't want that much of a curl. I want to wear her kind of straight. I'm going to take my old school Conair. I don't even know if they make these anymore. I've had this forever. And I would say this is about 1 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to slightly bump. And I don't want my hair in it. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. I am completely dressed Here's the hair. It is already starting to fall. That's why I said I wasn't concerned with curling it a lot because it's extremely humid. The face is staying on very nicely due to the Philips Milk of Magnesia. The outfit, see, hopefully you can see that. Let me try and back up. Is a simple flare dress. It's kind of skater, but it's long. It comes, I would say, about to the knee, and it is from Old Navy, and I believe it was $15. The belt is an ASOS belt that I got with the spikes a while ago, just for a little pop of jazz to it to cinch my waist and to give me kind of a more hourglass shape. The bracelet is from Forever 21. It is a clamp bracelet. I have on very simple earrings, just a little dangly earring. And I'm going to be wearing these Lane Bryant open-toed flats simply because there is absolutely no parking, I was just informed, for a long distance away, so I will not be struggling in heels, and I will not be sinking down into the grass. That is my pet peeve, when your heels sink down into the grass in a cookout. For my bag, I'll just be carrying this very simple big bag, and it's a big tote, and it's from Steve Madden, and I showed this, I believe, in a haul. I got it from Marshall's. Says Steve Madden plate here, and it just has the two big buckles. Steve Madden here. I can carry my wine that I'm bringing, and my bottle of vodka that I'm bringing for the cookout. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or requests, just put them down below, and I'll be sure to get to them. Stay tuned for plenty more videos coming soon. Bye.